Video takes you back before the time when I first heard about something called Islam. So this is going back to my childhood. For those of you who don't know and are interested in my childhood, I grew up in the city of London. I was born in 1974 in Paddington, St. Mary's Hospital. And I was a happy boy, 6 years old, 7 years old. But at around 7 years old, my mum and dad took me from the school that I was in, where I was really popular, Mrs. McCaffrey's, and moved me to another school. And I had no friends in that school. And I hated that school. And I, at that point, started to really misbehave. I was a very, very naughty child. I had undiagnosed ADHD, attention deficit disorder, which didn't help things. I had dyspraxia, which meant that I was prone to being clumsy, bad at coordination, and generally speaking, sitting in a classroom and just focusing, that wasn't ever going to happen. So I'd start to play up, I'd start to fight with people, I'd start to play pranks on people, I'd get myself into just trouble after trouble. And so at 8 years old, the school that I was in kicked me out. They told my parents, take him out, we can't control him. So my parents sent me to a boarding school. This boarding school was in Devon. It had no rules. It's called Dartington Hall School. You can Google Dartington Hall School scandal, because there's things that happen in that school that I can't even talk about. They're so crazy. It was a school with no school rules. I got sent to that school, and surprisingly, well, maybe not surprisingly, I got kicked out of that school as well. A school that had no school rules kicked me out. And then every other school that I went to after that, just, you know, every single school told me to leave. There's not one school that I stayed in for more than a year. Maybe one of them I stayed in for 2 years. Anyhow, the point is that when I was growing up, I didn't ever think about responsibility. I didn't think about ever what my future would be, because in my mind, I was going to take over my father's business. My father had a very successful carpet and textile company, and I was just going to take it over from him. So I didn't care about anything. So I started smoking cigarettes when I was 9 years old. I started drinking when I was 12 years old. I started smoking weed when I was 12 years old. By 14 years old, I was doing acid and ecstasy. I was smoking cocaine when I was 15 years old. I never snorted cocaine, but these are the type of things that I was doing, which is to give you an idea of how lost I was. I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in a creator. I didn't believe in anything except having a good time. And it was at around that time, at 16 years old, that I was raving, I was going out, I was doing crazy things, that my friend Simon said to me, do you ever think what the purpose of our creation is? Do you ever think about it?